Right, I've centre drilled all of the holes in there. Now I've got to drill through with the right size drill. Right, I've drilled all the holes. That's the holes for the bearings for the first and second shafts. These holes here will bolt onto the boiler. These have got to be cut out now. And I've also drilled the hole in that spectical plate. Now these have got to be cut out as well. Right, the next job I'm going to do is set these up in the milling machine. The rear axle, before I drill the big hole for the bearings, there's got to be 4 holes. So I'll set these up on the milling machine and do a pitch circle diameter, and on the third shaft as well the same. So I've got the third shaft centered up on the milling machine, all clamped down tight, and I've set up the digital readout for 4 holes starting at the 45-degree angle. So let's get started. I just put a center hole in first. So I just push the start button. First hole. I've got to zero out to get that first hole there. Right, I'll just drill that one. That's the first one. Now we'll do the next one. So I literally got to zero out the X now. That's the next one. Now the next one. Right, and then I'll do the right size hole through those. Right, that's the third shaft done. Now I've got to move it along to do the main axle. Right, that's all the drilling done on the horn plates. Next thing before I take them apart, just cut the bits out that need to be cut out. Right, I'm now going to cut the cutouts with the jigsaw. That's the first cutout done and foiled up nicely. Now the next one. That's the 2 horn plates all cut out. You'll notice the square corner on that one, on the drawer, and it says the right hand horn plate's left square. So this will be the right hand plate later on. Now I've got to cut out the spectical plates. Right, that's the 2 spectical plates cut out. These will have some flanges on each side, one there, and a curved one there with holes in it. And he'll be on the forward side there. This back one will be around there roughly. You'll also have some flanges in to meet those 3 holes there, and the lower 3 holes there, and a curved flange there. That's roughly where the spectacle plates go. This is the back of the traction engine. So on here there will be the tender. That's going forward to the front. What I've got to do now is mark the holes and get those ready for bolting in. And then if you imagine this tube is the part of the boiler, will be fitting in there. Right, the next thing I got to do is take this apart and countersink the back side of all these holes for the countersink rivets. This plate here, there's one on both sides. When this is bolted onto the boiler, there's a belly tank underneath, and this is part of the brackets to hold the belly tank up underneath the boiler. So let's get on. There's 135 rivets each side I've got to do. Right, that's both plates countersunk on the inside, ready for riveting. So get on and do that. Right, that's one plate all riveted. Nice round heads. Now the next plate. Right, that's both plates riveted. I'll just bolt the spectacle plates in again. Right, that's the 2 horn plates finished for the minute, and the spectacle plates. It's good. I think I might be able to put a coat of primer on these parts. That's the 2 horn plates sprayed with some primer. Right, that's the horn plates and the spectacle plates with a coat of primer on it and temporarily bolted together. That looks good. Next job, there'll be some tubes here, axle tubes and 3rd shaft tube there and there, and some bearings which bolt on the outside there and there, and also the bearings which will take the 1st and 2nd shaft, which would be the crankshaft and the 2nd shaft there. Right, please subscribe to my channel and join me as I build a 2-inch scale Fowler Showman's traction engine.